Thank you so much, Tapan, for joining us on a podcast at Dawdle. Extremely grateful that you took out time to share your insights with our global audience. Dawdle is now around 125,000 plus, community of senior leaders from across the globe, and we are extremely happy to be hosting you. We have got so many, interesting topics to discuss with you, sir. But before we go there, would be great if you could give your introduction, your journey so far, to give a good context to our audience.
Yeah, sure. First of all, I would like to thank you, Rishikesh, for inviting to this podcast, and I'm very much happy. And I would like to tell everyone, hi everyone. I am Tapan Kumar Shanty. I'm having total 27 years of experience in the technology, and currently I used to work in mutual fund domain. So I have developed multiple products and providing supports to the clients across the globe. So yeah, this is all about me, and I'll be happy to discuss with you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tapan. So the first topic we have is that, you have seen the evolution of technology in financial services firsthand, from the on-premise platforms to cloud native systems. So, so how has the role of technology leadership changed in this transformative journey?
Okay. See, earlier the tech leadership, they used to focus on on time delivery and cost and scope. But now it is totally changed. We focused to the customer partnership and customer value, and whatever we deliver. So it's not only the uptime or cost or delivery. We used to shifting the products and providing the value to the customers and understand and stand with the customer expectations. And we used to take the participation in the regulatory and compliance decisions. So we used to use them as a co-architect, not just a delivery manager. So we used to shape the products.
Got it, sir. And if we talk about application management, it used to be, more about keeping systems up and running.
Yeah.
Now, how has AIOps, automation, and predictive maintenance changed the service delivery model, sir?
Okay. See, first of all, we used to treat them as enabler, not
Yes.
just as inhibitor.
Mm.
So we have to build grade rails and as a fast lanes model policy. So where we have to give the automated compliances and as a guardrail, and plus we need to do the sandboxed environments and
Yes.
APIs for the rapid innovation. So as the fast rules. So we need to automate evidence collections. So those will have the audit trails and infra as code, policy as code. And so innovation can take the place and it can move the first value added situation in the industry.
Yes. And what are the biggest challenges or hurdles that organizations face, sir, when they are transitioning from a reactive support to proactive, insight-driven service?
Okay. So the challenges what used to say that no, there are lots of gaps are there. So no, the AI literacy to be there, and no, we need to think the product. First of all, the product thinking and outcome based the KPIs and data driven decision loops. So that means the telemetry and SLOs and rapid experiments, and the leadership must reward the taking the measured risks and learning the quickly. So it's not about the coding, it's about the trusted intelligence.
Yes.
So I feel these three things we must have to change. One is outcome based KPI,
Yes.
product thinking, and data driven decisions.
Sir, can you take one example where automation or AI significantly improved some service metrics or reduced downtime?
Yeah. So, recently also we did the alerts, so which we have automated and it is reduced the noise, the alerts noise to 70%. And the automation, not only in the banking industries, in the payments and the reconciliation, so which is improved, 60%. So this is what the better example I can give.
And sir, in your view, so how should service delivery leaders now measure success beyond traditional SLA compliance, which is there?
Okay. So what we need to do is that the success is nothing but, what we used to do is that, first of all, we need to improve our technology. Okay.
Yes.
And the first hardest part is the tech and the data silos and
Yes.
trusting the automation. And first thing are the data quality and integration.
Mm.
And we must have to unify the telemetry across the legacy and the cloud and the third party systems.
Mm.
So next is our cultural change. We need to do
Mm.
the cultural change.
Mm.
So that means ops team then needs the trust. Whatever we do the change, so
Mm.
haphazardly, we should not do that. And it
Mm.
should give the trust also why we are doing these changes. And
Mm.
finally, the governance, which is defining and what automation can do.
Mm.
And without the human approval and where it is needed the approval and how we can overcome that.
Got it, sir. And now we will come to, the digital transformation side of the thing, sir. Like what we have seen is that a lot of the digital transformation fails not because of technology, but because of change resistance from the people. So what has been your approach to manage organizational change?
Okay. So, first of all, I'll say that do you know why the change fails? Okay. So,
Yes.
this is change fails when the people don't see the why. So, why we need the change
Mm.
and why we should do that
Mm.
and why we need to accommodate that change. So,
Mm.
first of all, we need to answer this why. There should not be gap. And next point is we need to do the small piece of change
Mm.
and win that.
Mm.
Then the audience will get the trust so that
Yes.
they will appreciate and they will take it forward.
Right, sir. Means we should create those small sparks inside the organization of why
Okay.
this change will be helpful.
And also, we need to communicate thoroughly and very clear communication. We should have before change. We need to have proper plan
Mm.
and why and what kind of benefits the organization will get it and proper approval.
Mm.
So then we need to implement the change and also we need to invest some time or some cost in the training and
Mm.
to educate the people, the audience who are going to adapt the changes.
राइट सर जैसे अगर हम फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम्स देखें सर जैसे फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम्स हैं कॉम्प्लायंस एंड अपटाइम का कांस्टेंट होता है तो उसमें लोग बहुत बोलते हैं कि नहीं मॉडर्नाइजेशन कैसे करे इसको कैसे प्रायोरिटाइज करे मॉडर्नाइजेशन बिकॉज फाइनेंशियल सिस्टम्स थोड़ा भी डाउन टाइम नहीं हो सकता है वहां पे तो उस
Okay, to do the prioritize first, the thing is that don't boil the ocean. Okay,
हाँ,
so what we need to do is the modernize in the value slices, small things that wrap, refactor, and
हाँ,
release safely. So while keeping the uptime and compliance intact,
हाँ,
and I believe I prioritize by business impact and risks. So
हाँ,
I need to identify what exactly the business impact will be there and what are the risks involved them in this. And I also use one pattern that's called Strangler Pattern. The
ओके
Strangler Pattern so that wrap legacy systems into with the APIs
हाँ,
and migrate critical capabilities.
हाँ,
So in that way, we used to do and always include the
हाँ.
compliance and rollback playbooks. So if something goes wrong, then we need to roll back thing. So that's how we need to do the prioritization.
सर ये स्ट्रैंगलर पैटर्न
Yeah. See,
हाँ,
first of all, we need to do the wrap legacy systems with APIs
हाँ,
and then migrate critical capabilities incrementally. Okay.
हाँ,
And target high values
हाँ,
first, like onboarding flows and risk calculations.
हाँ.
So that is what the Strangler pattern.
Got it. And what role do you think, sir, like this cloud adoption play in creating operational agility, especially for financial institutions?
Okay. As we know, the cloud provides the elasticity and better observability and
Huh.
faster experimentation.
Yes.
So, but here agility is not the automatic, and it requires the platform engineering. So,
Huh.
self-service pipelines and secure multi-tenant accounts
Mm.
and automated compliance.
Huh.
So, the compliance controls and the cost governance as well.
Huh.
So, when these things done rightly, then definitely cloud sustains our time to market and it improves the operational resilience. So this is what the roles cloud is playing.
Yes. Sir. And what are those governance or change control frameworks that have proven to be most effective in all these complex transformation programs?
Okay, so I believe hybrid governance, and because this combines the lightweight guardrails, so that is policy as code and automated testing.
Hmm.
So along with staged approval for high risk changes. So this is what hybrid module, and use the risk tiering. That means the minor UI and config related changes you
Hmm.
can go through the automated gates.
Hmm.
And whereas the critical or high risk releases, so
Hmm.
you need a formal approval process to make it live, and also embed the compliance checks both in CI/CD, no, so the governance will be continuous process.
And what are the various capability gaps that you see, sir, inside the tech leaders so that they can thrive in this AI-driven financial ecosystem?
See, the capabilities gaps, I can say all of the leaders must fill these gaps, like artificial intelligence literacy.
Hmm.
So, they need to understand the artificial intelligence models and
Hmm.
their limitations and the bias and life cycle. So, second point, I will say that the skills, platform related skills, that
Hmm.
machine learning operations
Hmm.
and observability and
Hmm.
data lineage. Again, the security and privacy expertise to be there,
Hmm.
and they should learn this and change leadership. So because the ethics and vendor architecture and the regulatory readiness for AI models. So
Hmm.
in our production. So these are the gaps. So every tech leaders must fill.
Right, sir. And sir, would you also like to talk about कुछ use cases जहाँ पे AI का use हो रहा है financial systems में?
Yeah, definitely.
हाँ.
So because mostly we use anti money laundering.
Yes.
So any suspicious transactions we used
हाँ.
to, as per our guidelines, we have to report to SEBI and AMFI, and both, asset management companies and RTAs, both we have to monitor. And if we found any suspicious transactions, and also even we can through AI, we can identify the behavior of the person, how he is, whether he is moving the mouse or how he's controlling those kind of things. Also, we can do it. And another thing I'll tell you, it will become very, very soon the
Hmm.
credit score. Okay.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
right now, CIBIL is doing the credit score. So
Hmm.
we also implemented the our civil score when
Hmm.
someone is placing their mutual funds and
Hmm.
getting the loans.
Hmm.
So the risk rating scores also they need.
Hmm.
And another point is goal setting. AI will help you to set your goal in future. If you want to purchase,
Hmm.
after 15 years or 10 years one bungalow, how much
Hmm.
cost is this? What's your salary? And it will automatically give you, guide you your wealth management. So this is what we can do it.
We see an increasing focus on data privacy, regulatory audits, and operational risk. So, what do you believe? How can the financial tech firms, the fintechs which are there, they can ensure resilience at a scale?
Yeah. See, definitely because it makes the audit very smarter, and automatically it will audit whatever the transactions, and if it is cross credit is happening, and so it will automatically give you the alert, and it detects the patterns and
Hmm.
spotting any anomalies happening, and it's grouping the exceptions, and AI can surface the as I told, any suspicious transactions and
Yes.
human review. But in that case, the AI models no, must be configurable, and the thresholds as per that. Otherwise,
Hmm.
everything it will show as a risk.
Sir, financial institutions के केस में sir, on the customer side, what are the various modern technology that's coming up, sir? मतलब अगर हम financial institutions की बात करें तो on the customer side of the things, like तो chatbots आ रहे हैं काफी, उसके बाद then there is a lot of personalized service that is being now offered to the customers जो पहले नहीं होता था. ऐसे ऐसे सर कुछ use cases if you can discuss.
Yeah, because the investor journey through WhatsApp,
Yes.
and know how you are seeing this chatbot.
Yes.
So it will guide automatically to do your to entire stages of the investor journey.
Huh.
So it will guide you, because when we are going to do the investment, first of all we are going through how where I will invest, how much
Huh.
money I have to invest. So everything will guide you, and where the best sectors are there, you need to invest. So
Huh.
through WhatsApp, WhatsApp application, it will guide automatically, and that's what recently also we started our investor journey and distributors journey also. So the distributors also will guide their investors. So this is what new things is coming. Very soon we'll get it.
And what about the regulation tech tools, sir? जैसे regulation में tech tools आ रहे हैं, and there are a lot of data linear solutions. Are
Mhm.
they really transforming compliance management, or there's a lot to do over there?
Okay. See, RegTech is compliance on autopilot.
Mm, mm,
So this automates the monitoring, reporting, and alerting. So which will reduce the operational cost very rapidly. So any manual compliance work is involved, that will reduce it. And next point is the data lineage. So this gives the traceability. Okay. So that means where it comes and where it comes from and who changed it and why changed. So this traceability, that Lineage can give you. So that means it will give the faster audit and exceptions, very less exceptions, and better risk scoring.
How accurate they are, sir? Like उसमें कुछ मतलब are there any problems also that's there in those tools, और क्या scope है improvement का उसमें?
See, it based on the configuration and the existing data. As it is growing, because we have the lots of data, and if you say anti-money laundering, it's not only in India based, it's a entire world based screening is going up. And that's also nowadays the banks or the financial institutions believe it, and the success results also very high. And AMFI and SEBI also, they used to ask to use those tools and providing the reports. So those are accurate as per
So
the
you
records. Yes.
because a lot of the leaders also say that sir कि information के लिए तो ठीक है, but ultimately decision हमको लेना पड़ता, that human angle has to be involved.
No, it's based on, I can say, configuration, your threshold, and how much the transaction should be there. So if you do it configuration properly, I believe it will reduce, and it will helpful to take the decisions.
And sir, do you believe that this AI and ML can truly make audit readiness and exception management faster and more reliable, especially in BFSI environment?
Yeah, definitely. Because as I told that, it can detect the patterns and user behavior, and it will identify that what kind of fraud is happening and who is doing the fraud, whether this is automation or manual intervention is there, and so it will detect. And we have different screening tools also we are using currently, that AI ML, anti-money laundering, and it's giving us the result. And every week we used to send to AMFI, and both check whether zero fraud came, or there are number of anomalies we detected. We have to provide to SEBI and AMFI.
Got it, sir. And also, sir, as we see all these emerging technologies like Gen AI and cloud orchestration are reshaping the delivery models. तो कौन से ऐसे न्यू स्किल्स हैं सर जो जो टेक लीडर्स को आने चाहिए, like which will define the next generation of tech leaders?
Okay. So first of all, I told that artificial intelligence, mostly they used to use it, and that literacy we need to adapt. And because nowadays lots of artificial intelligence tools are coming, so we need to learn how to use it. And by using, and we need to do the best practices, and we need to understand all the AI models and their capabilities, their life cycle, and so that we can include, and we need to identify where we can use it and what kind of decisions no, we need to do that. And in audit and trials, we should have the audit logs. So for this, and this kind of skills they must have to develop. Every leader has to develop, and mostly it should be the customer expectation, as I told, not just as a delivery.
Got it. So it should be driven by what the customer expects, not just for the sake of the delivery thing.
Delivery. We should not say that I have delivered, whether it works or not. Absolutely no. It must add the value to the customers and the business.
Sir, you have over 3 decades of experience. How have you seen the entire model, the delivery model changing, say 20 years back and now?
That's what I told earlier. What the delivery managers we used to say, only they used to see this is my scope and within this budget and within this timeline I have to deliver. They used to see these three factors. Okay. But nowadays they must have to shift because that was a old pattern. What we should do is customer expectations, and we should be with customer and the business, what the business needs, and how time to market also. It doesn't mean that whenever you want, you can develop the product. So it should be time to market oriented and customer satisfaction and business, what business wants.
Right. Sir, you have managed very large multifunctional teams over the years. And so, what's your playbook for building high trust, innovation driven culture?
I believe on hybrid collaboration, and so design the asynchronous work and clear documentation.
Yes.
Because the cross functional teams measure the output, not just the face time. They're showing the face, it doesn't work. So always measure the outcomes and put the rituals. So like you demonstrate and do the retrospective meeting, and always the guide the cross team, and the cross team that share the knowledge. So that's how we used to do the in the hybrid model.
And at last, like, what is that one piece of advice would you have for the aspiring delivery heads who are kind of transitioning from operational management to a strategic leadership?
Okay. So I can say that to the leaders that stop being the hero of delivery. Okay. So that means do become the architect, co-architect with the outcomes. Do the architects of the outcomes. What we need to deliver, it should give the value, not just deliver. And shift your major success from we delivered on time to we move the business metric. Don't say we delivered on time. It should be deliver the business metric.
Yes.
And invest the stakeholder relationships to learn to translate, take trade-offs, and so that business options and offsets over measurable customer value. That's what I can say to the leaders.
Thank you so much, Tapan, for joining us on a podcast. Extremely insightful discussion. We'll be in touch, and thank you again for taking out time.
Thank you so much.